My research question is, why does Africa still tolerate child marriage, and what laws are being put in place by the government in Africa to prevent child marriage?
Imagine being a girl in your childhood when all of a sudden your parents tell you that you're being sold for marriage to a man that's much older than you when you should be playing outside with your friends, and there's nothing you could do about it. Sadly, this is the reality for about 41% of girls under 18 in Africa, and you might be wondering, why is this happening, and why doesn't the government do something about it? Well, I'm going to tell you today. Well, sadly, it's not that simple. A lot of families in Africa are in poverty and they don't have enough income to feed the family. So, as their last resort, they sell their daughter for a dowry to a man that wants to marry her. And it will help boost the income of the family and not have to worry about their daughter financially. Girls in Africa also don't get the same education opportunities as boys, so the family thinks that the girl is just a burden since she can't have a future and they still must pay for her expenses. So they just sell her for marriage so they can earn the money back for her expenses since they think she can't go get an education and work a job to pay them back. Child marriage is a very big problem and violates health, education, equality, and non discrimination, consent marriage, employment, and the freedom from violence and discrimination, which are all from the human rights standards and institutions, and they violate all of them. And also, child marriage can also cause a lot of problems such as severe damage physically, mentally, intellectually, and emotionally to the girl.
Child marriage can also cause kids to be exposed to sexually transmitted diseases known as STDs and have unintended pregnancies. Imagine having to give birth to a kid when you're still a kid and having to experience the pain of giving birth at such a young age. In Africa, most countries have the minimum age to get married is 18, but 20 countries in Africa have it lower but must be consented by the parent of the child. Even in the countries that have these laws placed, these laws are very weakly enforced, and policemen that are there to stop this from happening don't see it as their job to go against the parents' wishes and prevent the child getting married. There is no one step solution to solving child marriage, but ways that the government can help prevent child marriage is enforcing the law of no child marriage more stronger and providing higher quality education for girls and changing the social norms in Africa for young girls. So, in conclusion, there are steps that the government could do to stop child marriage, but it will be a long process. But the African government is making some progress by adapting the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and they're trying to get rid or end child marriage by the next 15 years if they keep on trying with the United Nations. And thank you for watching.